Hey guys, Uncle John from UncleJohnSoap.com. Today I wanted to show you a good way to line your molds, your soap molds. This is for bar soaps. And I use a lot of log molds like this. This is just about 5 pounds of soap that this will hold. And you know, I tried the freezer paper, the butcher paper, and all kinds of stuff. I don't even remember how I tripped on this. I guess I saw somebody using a black hefty bag in a big tray mold, and you know, it was just for personal use. It wasn't, you know, for anything fancy. But when I tried the black bags, what you can't see is on a lot of the black regular household leaf bags and stuff like that, there are digital codes laser imprinted on the bags, and when you use them as a soap mold, it comes out on your soap. So I looked at these clear commercial trash can liners. You can get them from Costco, Sam's Club, any place that sells commercial trash can liners. And I discovered that for my molds, I can get 8 liners out of a bag. So when I unrolled it, I ripped it off, and here's the end of the roll. I'm about to get some more. You know, you see these in schools and hospitals and public institutions. I think they're about a 40-gallon bag. So I unrolled it, ripped it off, and I cut the bottom off, the bottom seam where it would close normally. And then I fold it in half this way. And it took me a couple of tries to figure out exactly what works well for me. You'll have to experiment a little to see what works for you. I can get 8, I shouldn't say perfectly sized, but 8 mold liners that are really close to the size that I need. They're a little bit big, which is fine. I'd rather be too big than too small with a liner. So I cut this into 4 sections. Now what I do is, just like I'm opening the trash bag, now I have a ring. I hope you can see that. And what I'll do is, I'll find center, and on these, the seam, if I get 2 of these creases lined up, that's the center for this particular type. Cut that. Voila! Perfect size for my molds. So, get rid of this mess for a second. And I'll show you what I do. So, I have all my ends numbered so the caps fit well. I lay this in here. This is a mold that I started with. It was just for a few bars of soap for me personally to use. And what I did was I trimmed it down a little bit right here so that it fits perfectly inside of this mold, and it holds the bag down in the bottom of the mold. Then I just make sure it's even both ways and fairly straight. And sorry, I'm a little disorganized today. Put just a little bit of tension on it and tape it. A little bit of tension and tape it. Then I take the end cap, I pull this up tight, or snug, and what happens is, and I think I showed you this in another video, when this plastic is pulled up and this comes up the side, it makes basically like a funnel here. And with that cap pinching it, there's no way for the soap to run out of that seam. It just makes a nice little fold and traps the soap in the mold where it should be. Unless I get messy and pour it over the sidewall, which has happened. And I just kind of fold this down out of the way and put a piece of tape on it so it's not flopping around back into my soap. Then when I turn this around, I just kind of keep a little bit of tension on this tail over here and slide this mold gently so I don't tear the liner down there. 2 more pieces of Scotch tape. And you know, Scotch tape's cheap. It's not going to hurt me to... Shoot, I could tape half the world with the Scotch tape that I buy. Put the other end cap on. My goal, and I did show you in one of my last videos, I have a, it's like a luggage latch, it's almost like a trunk latch on the side of the mold here. My goal is to get all of my molds set up that way so that I don't have to fool around with screws and a screwdriver or even a cordless drill. If I, you know, it's one less thing I have to deal with when setting up my molds to make my soap for the day. And there you have it. Nice and clean, easy. But yeah, check out the trash bags. It's a good way to go. Alright guys, have a great afternoon.